And the player introductions are wrapped up. The starting... Well, the weekend has officially begun. Hey, Dave.
Well, thanks very much, guys. Now, it's no secret at the end of quarters, players will wait until just after the buzzer sounds to fire up heaves, so they won't hurt their field goal percentage. To encourage a nothing-to-lose approach on these plays, many say it's past time that the league only counts the makes in those situations. Kevin, it's kind of interesting.
Yeah, it is. Do it. Thanks, TA. Let's check out Seattle's starting lineup. We've got... Gilgeous-Alexander. He's out there with Josh Giddey. Holmgren is out there with Lou George. And it's Pokusevski in at the 4 slot. And for Dallas, up front it's Finney Smith at the 4 with Wood at the 5. Then there's Luka Doncic. And there's Davis. And it's Christopher in at the 2. Holmgren can't hit. You talk about a defensive menace. That's Dorian Finney-Smith.
Yeah, he has a knack for coming up with a big defensive play. Often lines up against the opponent's most important offensive player.
Now, here's Holmgren. Davis kicks to Doncic. From outside, off the mark. Here's Giddey. To the middle. Here's Holmgren. And the dunk by Holmgren.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish.
Part of what makes him unique, guys, that combination of power and polish.
This guy is a high flyer. I mean, especially for a power forward, and he needs to be as an undersized player.
Giddey finds Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's Pokusevski. The shot's good. Gilgeous-Alexander making the play.
And this is Gilgeous-Alexander's responsibility to find his guys when they're open.
Stolen. Here's Finney-Smith. Giddey defending. Christopher the pass to Davis. Here's Wood. Pass to Doncic. Dallas moving it around. Finney-Smith kicks to Wood. Drains it from beyond the arc.
Wood's range makes him really dangerous. He's effective as a floor spacer.
Giddey the pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Back to Giddey. And he gets the bucket.
You know, coaches will take possessions like that all day long. Phenomenal use of the screen there.
Doncic passes to Davis. Here's Finney-Smith. Here's Christopher. He's been playing a big part of their offensive scheme, averaging around 15.5 points a game.
Doncic taking pride in setting the table for his teammates. I love his unselfishness.
And here is Giddey. After the three-pointer from Christian Wood. Back to Giddey from past the arc. And another three for Seattle.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
Now here's Davis. Now the pass to Christopher. Here's Finney-Smith. 5 to shoot. Here's Davis. That one's not going to go. Seattle goes the other way with it. And here in the first quarter, with a little over 3.5 minutes played, pass to Pokusevski. Buries it from three-point range. Pokusevski's got 6.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Doncic passes to Christopher. Outside, Davis. Passes it to Wood. Shoots over Holmgren. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
You talk about believing in yourself. Man, how about Christian Wood?
Greg, self-talk and self-confidence is critically important at this level. And, you know, this guy, Christian Wood, was cut or waived from 4 NBA teams. wasn't on an NBA roster for an entire season. Finally broke through with Detroit in year 5, and there's no turning back now for the big fella.
Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Kusevsky, the shot's good. Gilgeous-Alexander making the play. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 3 assists now in this one. Here is Davis, trailing by 5. Dallas, no good that time either. And Gilgeous-Alexander's got the ball here for Seattle. Wasted no time on that one. Giddey's got a pair of 3s now in the first quarter for Seattle. And Dallas calls their first time out of the game. And with the season started up, these teams, Clark, certainly looking to hit the ground running this year.
Kevin, first impressions are important. The strong performance now in the early going can really alleviate some of the stress and bumps down the line and help your team build some positive momentum.
Here is Davis. Doncic outside. Back to Davis. Pass to Finney-Smith. Davis in the corner. Floats it up for Wood. Offensive rebound. And that one is stuffed right through.
Hey, I know he makes a lot of 3s, but he is not just a shooter. Finney-Smith will throw it down on you if you're not careful.
From deep, Gilgeous-Alexander. And again, Seattle with the triple.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
It's hard for me to watch this. I mean, the defense practically giving them those shots.
Who needs the NBA draft? I mean, Dort worked his way onto the team, into the rotation, and then turns into a key contributor.
A different look for Dallas. JaVale McGee's checked in for Dorian Finney-Smith. Joe Ingles comes in for Davis. And it's LeVert in for Josh Christopher. And Clark, don't you have to admire the way the Mavericks are always looking to compete?
Yeah, I like that, Kevin. It's a good point by you. It starts at the top of the organization. I mean, the team has really avoided any kind of lengthy rebuild. To their credit, they want to win, and this team is definitely capable of doing that.
A platoon swap here for Seattle. Now, here is Smith. He's a good contributor to his team, averaging about 10.5 points a game. And there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
Beyond the leaning, you can see his feet weren't set on that screen. Easy call.
Yeah, I agree. You know, sometimes that can be a tough call for the refs to make, but not that time. It was easy there.
Doncic. And Whiteside sends it back.
And Whiteside takes great pride in rejecting shots. Outstanding at getting his arms up and denying shooters.
LeVert finds Ingles. Doncic way outside. A putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Oh, a nice tip in to salvage the points from that missed shot.
And those second chance points can add up.
And if you're the defensive team, it just kills you to give up baskets like that.
And the pass to Smith. 6 to shoot. Shoots the 3. Good on the three-point shot.
Yeah, this looks like a pregame shoot-around with all the 3s they're allowing.
Doncic kicks to LeVert. Poked away. Wood in the post. Isaac on him. And that one drops. Wood's got 10.
I tell you what, guys, there's not much more he can do. I mean, he's been on fire, yet they still trail in this game.
For 3, Smith. And again, Seattle with the triple.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
Yeah, shots falling, off to a very good start offensively as a result.
There's the lob to the hoop, and it's McGee with the jam.
And this kind of athleticism at the center position, pretty remarkable. I mean, McGee letting it all hang out there.
Pass to Burks. There's the 3. It's good from long range.
Out of their last 5 makes, how about all 5 from long range?
Well, the defense just hasn't pressed up to deny any of those looks, guys. I mean, they're hanging back and getting picked apart.
The offensive rebound. Here's McGee. Isaac with some nice D.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
Three-pointer. The Mavericks pull it in. On the wing, Doncic. Burks covering. And here's Ingles outside. The shot off that time. Seattle goes the other way with it. Here's Smith. In the hoop for his third make from the field. He's 3 for 4 thus far in the contest.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
Tell you what, forget about easing into the game. They came out with guns blazing.
Now, here's Ingles. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Kicks it to Doncic. Three-pointer. And it's Hassan Whiteside with the rebound.
And I don't know if he needs a rest in this quarter or what, but he needs something to get off the snide.
Sinks the three-pointer.
The defense is in disbelief here. Triple after triple.
When that happens, you simply just hope they start cooling off.
And their balanced effort at both ends has hushed this crowd.
Yeah, you said the key word there, balanced. I mean, their big lead owes as much to their defense as their offense.
Now, here's Ingles. Can they get it? Doncic, no good.
And still, he's scoreless. Boy, they could use just a little bit of help from him.
5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Sasser, guarded by Doncic. And pushing it up. Here's Seattle. Here's Isaac. Shoots over Doncic. And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. And so it's Seattle with an 18.
The visiting team, 38. You know what time it is, man.
And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in a second. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for Seattle.
We've got a bunch of this game yet to be played, but they're shooting it well from the three-point line. That's got to be a welcome sight.
One other thing they've done really well, moving the ball around. They've done a nice job not settling for that initial option and making that extra pass.
On the court for Seattle, Gilgeous-Alexander out there with Josh Giddey. Then it's Lou Dort. Then there's Holmgren. And it's Pokuševski in at the 4.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Clearly just an example of a different mindset between these teams.
Now here is Davis. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Second personal
Teams
foul.
nowadays tracking deflections in addition to steals. Were they something you were aware of when you played defense, Brett?
Even if they weren't tracked, they were valued. And I remember early in my career, that was something with the Knicks that would always emphasize, because deflections were a true indicator of activity, especially defensively.
Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Back to Giddey. His three-pointer's off the mark.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Davis. Pokuševski grabs the miss.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Mavericks trail by 16. Passes it to McGee. Davis looking for an opening. Back to McGee. Just 5 to shoot. Shoots over Holmgren. The shot's good from McGee. McGee's got 6. Seattle leading by 14. And here in the second, 2 minutes gone by. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. And the 3 off target.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
Hardaway Jr. proving he can get it done even under pressure. Excellent confidence.
Now here's Giddey. 8 points for him. Pass to Pokuševski. And the layup's good off the glass. 10 points. points for him.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Boy, the defense looks shell-shocked. I mean, they're on the ropes right now, on their heels.
Here's Hardaway. He averages about 5 points a game. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
And their shots are falling now with more regularity than we saw at first.
Well, it was a slow start, but they've gone from simmer to medium heat, and they're bordering on hot to close this gap.
Greg, you have to love the impact that Tim Hardaway Jr. has had on the defensive end.
He's got a great wingspan to bother shooters and contain penetration. Always aware of where the ball is on the floor. You could call him an underrated defender.
And the Mavericks call time here.
Adjustments are a part of the game, and the coach sees something he doesn't like here.
And you know what? We'll see what changes he makes coming out of this timeout.
And there's the pass to Hardaway. Gilgeous-Alexander against Davis. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Finney-Smith. Dallas again missing. Seattle leading by 14. And it's time for an injury report. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge for an update on Luka Doncic. David.
Kevin, I caught up with the head athletic trainer for Dallas. He said it's a hyperextended shoulder and that they've got ice on it now to try to bring down the inflammation. While the season isn't very old, this is still distressing to hear, and somebody is going to have to pick up the slack while he's out. Kevin, back to you.
Thanks for the status report there, David. At least we now know, Greg, how he's doing.
Yeah, when you talk injury, the unknown factor is always a difficult thing to deal with.
And, you know, for him, just watching his teammates unable to contribute, that's really a helpless feeling.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Wood, he's checked in for JaVale McGee. And it's Wood with the ball for Dallas, trailing by 19. It's off to Charlotte for him after this game as they take on the Hornets. That'll be the first half of a 2-game trip. And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks very much. Karis LeVert has become one of the game's best slashers. He says, honestly, I just go to the front of the rim and work on different spins. Getting more comfortable with both hands and finishing. Kyrie Irving did that when he was younger, and that's one of the ways he became a great finisher. Kevin, back to you.
He is a great finisher. David, thanks. He's studying the greats, and it's paying off. Wood can't hit. Here's Seattle. They're on an 11-2 run. Now, Giddey. He's got 10. At the top of the key, Holmgren. And it's Seattle with another.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Josh Giddey.
The Mavericks have gone 4 of 8 so far here in the second quarter.
Timeout. They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
And the Mavericks call time here.
Yeah, things not going their way, and he wants to just try to talk this one over.
And you know what, guys? If for nothing else, just to slow things down a little bit, change it up somewhat.
Joe Ingles is checked in for the Mavericks. Karis LeVert comes in for Hardaway. Here's Finney-Smith. Christopher, the pass to Finney-Smith. Clock at 6. Ingles, that's for 2. Again, the miss by the Mavericks.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
Well, you take a look at all of the stats, the team stats, that is, and that's one of the many areas that they've had the advantage. And as a result, they've got a big lead.
And the foul called on Josh Giddey. That is his first foul of the game.
And the next one puts him in the bonus.
Yep, they'll be trying to draw that next foul quickly so they can start getting those easy chances at the strike.
Luka Doncic, he's checked in for Josh Christopher. And it's Seattle with the ball, following the score by Dallas. Out to the wing. Back to Smith. Fires the 3. It's rebounded by Dallas. Finney-Smith's got his 4th rebound in this one. Pass to Doncic. from 11 feet away, and it's sent back by Isaac, out of bounds. Seattle will take possession. And right now, let's watch that terrific swat.
And this is how you protect and grow a lead, by making a huge effort on that end of the floor.
Passes to Burks. To the left wing. And there's the feed to Whiteside. That one good for two.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
Pass to Ingles. Down low. Here's LeVert. And Whiteside sends it back to the paint. And the dunk by Doncic.
Really good pass from Finney Smith. He understands that you can't squeeze that orange if you got somebody ready to catch and shoot.
Kicks it to Smith. There's the pass to Burks. Back to Smith. Launches a three. That's good, and it's his fourth basket of the game. He's a strong 4 for 6.
He's picking up right where he left off in the first quarter.
Knocks it loose. Isaac with the steal. Here's Sasser. Off target from outside.
And, you know, even though that shot didn't go down, I like how they got him a wide open look in space there.
He's cooled down a little bit after draining those 2 3-pointers in the first quarter.
Now, here's Burks. Here's Isaac. Here's Sasser. And a miss there on the triple.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Well, he has not been sharp this period. Seems to be a little flustered out there, too.
Back to Isaac. Plenty of space. Stolen by LeVert. The wide open look here for Ingles. Nailed from three-point land.
Good job getting the ball and completing that play.
Boy, there's not much defense available once a steal is made. That's the best time to attack on the break.
And the first time out of the game called for Seattle. .122 left in the first half of the game. Pass to Isaac. From deep. Whiteside kicks to Burks. Shot clock at 6. No one near Isaac as he lets it go. Drains the three-pointer. Isaac's got his first 3 points of the game.
And Isaac takes no time getting his shot off. He's got a lethal, quick release.
To the middle. Here's LeVert. And the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
That pass into the paint, that is a work of art there. Dead on target.
This is his second trip to the line in this one.
And LeVert, the Ohio native, has a ton of potential, folks. A tall, lanky shooting guard with really good playmaking ability.
Now, here is Smith. 11 points in the game. Isaac outside. Sasser, guarded by Doncic. Isaac misses. Mavericks trail by 21. Floats it up for Wood, and stolen by Whiteside. Isaac passes to Burks. Now Whiteside. He kicks it to Burks. And it's off from three-point range. And so it's Seattle with a 20.
With a score. Your Mavericks, 40.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Checking out Seattle. Kenny, how'd you see it? I like what they're doing out there. Looking at... And that...
Get out of your seats and on your feet.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. Seattle calls timeout.
for your junior D-Town.
Up front, it's Finney Smith at the 4, with Wood at the 5. Then there's Luka Doncic. Then there's Davis, and it's Christopher in at the shooting guard position. That's the 5 to begin the second half for Jason Kidd.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
Blatant contact. Straightforward call. Simple.
So he gets them both. Seattle leading by 19. Now here's Giddey. And it's Gilgeous-Alexander in the corner. And the layup falls. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 7 points.
Largely because of that length, Gilgeous-Alexander feeling confident attacking inside.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Yeah, nice, strong finish there. Nearly a 3-point opportunity.
Full throttle, pedal to the metal, attacking basketball. I like that.
At the line for 2.
No good at the stripe this time. Second misses also.
The definition of a stretch 4. Finney Smith is a really valuable offensive player.
Gilgeous-Alexander finds Dort. It's tipped. Doncic with the steal. Here's Wood. Good for another field goal. Number 5 in the night. 5 for 10 shooting.
And that's exactly what you want to start the second half. Smart play call.
Yeah, they want to get the half off to a quick start, and they know who to go to.
Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He's got 7, and they pick up 2. He's got 10.
How frustrating for the defense. You get the stop, but then fail to block out.
Well, you know, that's the way it's going to be for them today, fellas. Can't sustain any momentum.
Christopher, the pass to Wood. He scores his 6th bucket from the floor with that one. He's shot the ball 11 times.
Boy, he's doing everything he can at this point. The rest of his teammates need to step up and give him some help.
Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander.
Set up.
And he drives in.
And even if Gilgeous-Alexander isn't the fastest guy out there, he stays in balance. It helps him to be effective on his drives.
Passes it to Davis. No good from outside. Seattle leading by 21. Giddey with it. 10 points for him. Holmgren kicks to Giddey. 5 on the clock. Yep, that one goes in there.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
JaVale McGee's checked in for the Mavericks. Doncic passes to Davis. Here's Christopher. Doncic outside. Pass to Davis. Takes a 3. Seattle grabs the miss. And here is Giddey. He's got 13. The pass to Pokusevski. Sinks the triple. Pokusevski's got 16 points.
He's found his rhythm from deep, and you can see the confidence.
Yeah, I'd be confident too. As a matter of fact, I mean, if you're stacking up threes the way he is, he's doing all this.
And now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
This is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving. And how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
And it's a defensive 3-second violation. This will be his 3rd free throw shot of the game. And he shows the focus there, nails the technical. Third quarter of basketball here, and just a little under 3.5 minutes gone by. And he slams it down right on top of Chet Holmgren.
That is not possible. What we just... is that possible?
I think it is, Greg. Not probable, but like possible, like you said.
He's one of the few players in the NBA who can pull something like that off.
Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Holmgren.
Oh, that's too smooth. I mean, Gilgeous-Alexander with some clever playmaking there.
Pass to Christopher. Back to Davis. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two. That one on Gilgeous-Alexander. In a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for Seattle.
I'm in love with how they're moving the basketball all game long, and also their ability to move without the ball. That style just makes it so difficult to defend.
You know, they've been knocking down triples, too. They've continued to make the most of their opportunities from behind the arc as well.
Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. He feeds it to Holmgren. And the dunk by Holmgren.
An elite scorer, demonstrating once again how fast he can fill it up.
Here's Davis. Got a hand on it, and he's able to get it back. Pass to McGee. Here's Hardaway. Defended by Dort. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
Yeah, you know, the officials aren't nearly as lenient as they used to be on that call. As a matter of fact, I know I got away with a lot of those in my playing days, but that was 40 years ago.
Now, Gilgeous-Alexander. He's got 9. Back to Giddey. The 3. The shot's good. Gilgeous-Alexander making the play. Giddey's got 6 here in this quarter. A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Thanks, guys. Now we see more and more top prospects bypass college or even leave high school early to make 6 figures playing for G League Ignite. For many years, going pro at such a young age was something we only saw abroad, but that reality is now here. Kevin?
I like it too, David. The landscape is shifting, and I think for the better. Thank you for the report. Here's Christopher. Gilgeous-Alexander covering. Here's McGee. Shot is good off the back rim and in. McGee's got 8 points.
Hey, there's a reason why he shoots such a high percentage, guys. I mean, he picks smart shots, high-quality shots, in close shots that he takes.
Pass to Pokusevski. Hands it from downtown. Pokusevski's got 2 now from beyond the arc in the third for Seattle. Guys, they're looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
Boy, that is outstanding body control by Wood. This is a guy that's 7 feet tall, showing you great focus and body control.
And the Mavericks with some changes. Joe Ingles is checked in for Terrence Davis, and Karis LeVert subbed in for Josh Christopher. Sasser, guarded by Hardaway. And the pass to Isaac. 6 to shoot. Sasser. No good on the 3.
Well, most games he can knock it down from deep, but it just isn't there for him in this one.
Burks with the steal. And, oh, here we go. Smith's got it, the fast break chance. For 3. JaVale McGee grabs the miss. McGee's got his 5th rebound in this one.
You know, even though they have the lead, you can tell he's frustrated with himself that he's not doing more.
Burks against Ingles. Hardaway with a wide open look. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls.
Boy, you cannot let Hardaway Jr. get going like this, guys. I mean, once he's in that rhythm and flow, it's bad news for the defense.
Huge hole in the defense that possession. He didn't waste any time cutting through it.
And so LeVert will bring it up for the Mavericks. Hardaway with it. Isaac picks him up. Hardaway passes to Wood. Back to Hardaway. 6 on the shot clock. Over in the corner, Wood.
2 minutes remaining in the third.
The shot, no good. Seattle goes the other way with it. Sasser, LeVert defending. Burks for 3. Bangs home the trifecta. Burks has got his second basket of the night.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Certainly. I mean, they saw a weakness in the perimeter defense and took advantage of it. If you allow them to get that close, you deserve to get scored on.
Pass to Whiteside. Stolen by McGee. And it's Ingles off the drive. And he makes that one. Ingles has got 5 points so far.
Again and again, they're dissecting the defense and creating those high percentage looks from inside.
And even under pressure in close, I think they've still done a good job maintaining concentration and converting the opportunities.
Passes it to Smith. Just 5 on the clock. Hits it from three-point range. 14 points for him.
Yeah, that's too good a look to give them from behind the arc.
Pass to McGee. Outside Hardaway. Back to McGee. Good work defensively by Whiteside. And Seattle shooting it as well as you're going to see. 67%. They push it up 4 on 3. A clear look for Hardaway. Seattle grabs the miss. Whiteside's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. The shot. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. And so it's Seattle, leading by a full 31 points at the end.
The away team. 93.
Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game, and it's presented as always by State Farm.
Yeah, a terrific, unselfish play right here. Set up his teammate, and how about the setup this was?
Yeah, and as a 2-guard, he's typically not a reluctant shooter, so it was really nice to see him orchestrating for a teammate instead.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. On the floor for Seattle, we've got Isaac, also Whiteside out there. Smith is out there with Alec Burks.
LeVert, very confident. He's an amazing athlete and can put the ball on the floor and attack on the drive with the best of them.
The pass to Burks. And with the internet and social media, players Clark have so much more ability to engage with the public and be heard. Is that important?
Kevin, anytime you can empower folks to share their voice, their stories, and be authentic in their own way, I think that's a positive. Player empowerment is something that social media avails, not only to players, but I think to everybody. It doesn't just bring attention to the game, but also causes and commitments players have to their respective communities and issues that are going on in the world. So I think it can be far more good than bad when you think about the platform of social media. Wow, he was just wide open there. That's way too easy.
Fires from deep. Ingles with the rebound. Ingles has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Here's Joseph. The shot's good on the assist by Ingles. Ingles has got 3 assists tonight.
And I like that they're not settling. Getting the ball on the interior, 8 of their last 10 coming that way.
Sometimes you just got to man up and take a tough foul in order to stop these free runs to the rim.
Not his best game, but they're still getting it done.
And an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
And the Mavericks making a change here. Mikhailuk has checked in. Gilgeous-Alexander kicks to Holmgren. On the wing, Gilgeous-Alexander. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
First personal foul.
And in today's NBA, there are more and more female coaches than ever before. And, Clark, that extends to the front office, too.
Kevin, I think it's a trend that will continue. I mean, the NBA and society realizing that diversity in all of its forms is a real strength. And the growth of the women's game producing some outstanding coaching and front office candidates.
And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
First personal foul. Second team foul.
And that one misses.
Shooting for the away team, Alexei Pokusevski.
And the second free throw, good. Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. Joseph down low. Giddy defending. Here's Mikhailuk. And that one is off. Good D by Gilgeous-Alexander. Mikhailuk can't get it to go. Seattle has gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. To the wing right side. Holmgren wide open. And that one hits back iron.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
Here's Mikhailuk. Again, the miss by the Mavericks. For Seattle, they've gone 1 of 4 since the end of the third quarter. Dort with the ball, picked up by Joseph, and Joseph gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, clearly a foul of frustration right there.
Not his best moment. Obviously, no one on their team's happy right now, but you shouldn't be taking that frustration out on your opponent with a poor foul.
Pokusevski with the bucket.
He's just stretching him out. The defense has got to do a better job of staying attached to him.
Yeah, especially with the score being what it is. I mean, you got to tighten it up on D.
And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Giddy. Holmgren with the steal. Outside, Dort. And we've seen not only some new trophies introduced, but, Greg, some of the existing ones have been updated. You okay with that?
Oh, I am. In particular, a nice touch to have the previous winners etched into the base of the Larry O'Brien trophy. That's a great way to connect with the history of the game.
And so it's Joseph with it. He'll bring it up for the Dallas Mavericks. They need this one. Pass to Ingles. Here's Mikhailuk. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Bielitsa. Dallas again missing.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
Their third three-pointer in a row.
Adjustment time for these guys. The defense has to make some adjustment here.
Here's Mikhailuk. Gilgeous-Alexander covering. Ingles against Dort. Here's the teardrop. And it's Seattle with the rebound.
No matter what looks they get, they just can't convert to stop this run.
And, you know, they've got to be careful. This is when the team concept breaks down and guys start playing hero ball.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
And don't leave out the coaching staff here now. I mean, their game plan has been perfect.
Joseph the pass to Mikhailuk. And here is Ingles from outside the arc. And Holmgren pulls it down. Now here's Giddy. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. The rebound by Bielitsa. Dallas has gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. And here's Ingles outside.
And you know what? He's just not on his game, no doubt about it. Their deficit isn't totally on him, but he has not been an asset for his team.
Passes Passes it to Holmgren. Dort wide open. That three off the mark. The Maverick shooting in this fourth quarter pretty dire at 27%. And with the play-in tournament, single-game elimination comes to the NBA, Clark. It brings tremendous ratings in the college game, and it's good to see it, I think, here in the pros.
I agree with you 100%, Kevin. Absolutely. I mean, the midseason tournament might also have that same kind of appeal. I think those high stakes really make for compelling, dramatic viewing.
Giddey kicks to Holmgren. Out of bounds, Dallas will take possession. A platoon swap here for Seattle.
Substitution on the court.
Maverick shooting the ball at 42%. They get a hand on it, pushing it up. By himself, finishes the break with a slam.
Pressuring the ball. And making a play that created the opportunity.
You know, you push it after a steal, there's almost no chance the defense can get back and recover.
Here's Bielitsa. Good work defensively by Whiteside. Seattle with the ball. They're on an 18-6 run. Kicks to Smith. Here's Sasser. It's good. The assist that time from Smith.
Well, and this has been their strategy throughout the fourth period. We'll see how it pans out.
You know what? Teams can get a little three happy down the stretch sometimes, letting it fly.
And so here is Dallas. Joseph has an open look, and they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. Joseph's got 7 now in this quarter.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
And slammed in by Whiteside.
And Hassan Whiteside in this deep. He's great at getting inside and finishing with force.
Pass to Mikhailuk. Back to Joseph. Shot by Bielitsa and nobody around. Good on the 13-footer.
You know, the defense has to be better. I mean, you can't give up that look.
Now the pass to Smith. 1:27 left in the fourth quarter. Well, Greg, we're seeing high schoolers now making 6 figures to play basketball. I bet you wouldn't have minded that in your time, would you?
I tell you what, it beats delivering the newspaper, right? It's still fresh and developing, but a lot of different opportunities are emerging.
Here's Mikhailuk. Again, the Mavericks score.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest. Just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for Seattle.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And they took charge when it counted. They'll be notching their 9th win overall.
They can chalk this one up, but these two teams will see plenty more of one another before the season's over.
We know familiarity breeds contempt. I would expect things to become more heated as these teams face each other going forward.
Sasser, he's covered by Joseph. Feeds to Whiteside.
And they came in determined to take this one. It's going to be a happy flight home.
Yep, to have a stress-free win on the road, very satisfying. The fans are already headed for the exit.
Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Back to Ingles. Here's Mikhailuk. A three-pointer, no good. Smith, the pass to Burks. Good work defensively by Ingles.
Away team foul. Sasser. Second personal foul. 4th team foul.
And he knocks down the first one.
Yeah, you can just see it in Corey Joseph. He loves to hoop. I mean, he's a talented offensive player who also gets after it on defense.
So no problem for Seattle as they get the win to come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight, says, I think, Greg, awful. David, thank you as always.
Greatly appreciate it.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now.
Be sure to come.